Cold start. God. Ooh, that never gets old. Here we go, aggressive driving.
This my shit. Oh, tell her you're not my bitch. This my shit. Oh, tell her get off my dick. Digi dash, nitro gas. Time is passing, quick. I just want tonight to last. Life go fast, it tick.
Howdy. How's it going, everybody? It's like, I think we're on revision number 4 for this car. Right here. Car can drive across town, feels good, but we can't do any watt pulls yet. We've done 1 watt pull, but for some reason, whenever I sent the log over to Limp Mode Tuning, there was no AFR 02 reading. So we got to redo those. He did send back a revision because we have the AFR correction, but not a real AFR reading. So anyways, now we're gonna do another data log, round number 4 or 5, something like that. And then we are going to, I guess, yeah, I mean, we're still data logging the car. It's as simple as that. We haven't got to run it all the way up to red line. I don't know where the rev limiter is at yet, but hopefully in the next revision after this one, we'll be doing that and we'll see how it goes. So let's get to it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, prop this up, set that on my head, and get that disconnected. Stick that back in there, put this back. If I had a toilet, I would poop. And then also close this, a little wiggle. Get down in there because it's finicky. I think we're good. And then get this out of the way. I also forgot my garage door opener. By the way, I'm also in like a hardcore rush because me and Gavin have some plans for Zoe. So I'm in a little bit of a rush right now trying to get this done because I want to use every single second of my day to hopefully get this car done as soon as possible. We got some cool stuff we're trying to do. So I have already uploaded the tune to this car. So we're pretty solid there. All we gotta do is just start data logging. We don't have to wait for the tune to upload. Also, check this out. I haven't got to mention this yet because I've been super busy doing other stuff, but I got some racing gloves from D&D Performance, which is the same people who actually supplied the seats that I have right there that nobody's seen yet, but that'll be a video coming soon. I also have their short hub in the car, as well as their suede deep dish steering wheel. I think that's what it's called. But either way, they make cool stuff. I've tried these on already. They're pretty sick. They're super comfortable, and I'm really excited to use them next time we get to go to autocross or something. So, all right, let's plug this thing in. All right. Air fuel ratio, bank 1, air fuel ratio, bank 2. That should be good. All right, so now we'll start recording. Cold start. God. Ooh, that never gets old. Let's go do some driving. So besides doing a watt pull, today is also the first time that I'm gonna get to do a little bit more aggressive driving. Before I've just been kind of doing some ease on and off the throttle kind of driving, but he said this time, make sure it's aggressive. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It should be entertaining. I'm real interested to see what it's like in first and second gear in this thing, because I've been like babying it so far. I also, I forgot to mention this. I said it before, but it was a hypothesis, but I actually did confirm that the popping is supposed to happen. It's part of the ARC features in the new license that's on the car. So it's really just the goal is just to be as obnoxious as possible. All right, here we go. Easy driving. Who you are. This is more obnoxious than your car. That's enough driving for now. And now we'll get to do something a little bit more aggressive. Easy driving, boom, save. And I can't see, there's a fucking glare on the screen. God damn it, clear log, okay. Now we just gotta turn around somehow. And then I also gotta do a watt pull. So I'm gonna just go ahead and head towards Mexico. And here we go, aggressive driving. Enough for now. I'll get the downshifts. All right, I'll go ahead and save that log and we'll go ahead and head to a longer road for a watt pull. 3 to 5K, here we go. Okay, let's save this log. So 3K to 5K. I want to turn the brightness up, but I can't. Shit, what'd I do? Let's see, brightness, 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 tablet. Now I can see fine. Cool. All right, we're good. Go ahead and close that. We'll head back to the shop. So many fucking holes in the road, goddamn. I guess I'll go send these logs over and hopefully we can get something back today.
Mile away.
You can hear it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. There's really no sneaking around with this thing anymore. No. It's way too loud. Huh?
Love it though.
Oh, I fucking love it too. This thing, it's not fast, but you can definitely tell that it wants more RPM. So revving it up to like 7,000, it's probably gonna be screaming. I'm excited. So, all right, let's go send these logs over. So this is kind of a weird place to pick up. What we got going on right now, actually, as you've seen, I haven't hooked up the boost gauge yet. So let me hop in here, which actually, I'm gonna turn this light on. That's probably not gonna help much, but we'll deal with it. So in here, if you see, we actually have some wires hanging down right there. Take the keys out because it gets annoying. But the boost gauge is not hooked up yet. Plain and simple, it's hooked up so it's actually showing a reading for how much vacuum and boost we have. But the issue is that because it's tinted, Glow Shift actually makes all of their gauges light up. And you can change the colors in them. I think they have like 7 different colors. Like, I'll give you a quick example. Actually, the reason why I picked the Glow Shift boost gauge is actually because I already have an oil pressure gauge right here from the same people. So you can actually like change the colors of them. It's pretty cool. So like eventually whenever the car is pink, I can go ahead and make it pink, but I just run it on a white because it looks pretty clean. It's easy to read, but we're gonna be getting the same thing out of that boost gauge. This is actually an analog boost gauge instead of a digital one like what's on the left side for the oil pressure gauge. All we gotta do is literally just hook up 3 wires. I'm probably gonna splice them into the same place that I did for the oil pressure gauge. And then after that, I got a few things I wanna show you before we end the video. But yeah, should be a pretty quick process. Shouldn't be very hard at all. Before we do anything, I need to turn this car around because I don't have any lighting with it facing this way. now we can start. Before we get to the gauges, actually, this is a super small detail, but I figured it'd be helpful for anybody else who actually runs into the same issue I am. One thing that sucks about this Procharger kit is that it straight up just doesn't fit. The fitment on this kit is ass. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It is difficult as hell to install. But because of that, the pipe right here that goes under the supercharger, down right here, up to the throttle body, this is actually laying directly on the frame. I don't know if you can see, but right in here, there's a little ledge or a little lip. It's being shoved directly up against that lip. So I don't want the aluminum pipe to be torn up by the steel chassis. So what we're gonna do, from a previous job I had, this used to be a material or something that I'm quite familiar with. We used to install this a lot on like windshield kits for side-by-sides because it gets rid of the sharp edge. You see right here, it's probably hard to see on the GoPro, but you slip it over. Where's an example? What can I put this on? Da-da-da. Ah, right here. So if you see right here, there's like a little skinny ledge. It's like a pinch weld. But what you can actually do is shove this over it and push it on, and it'll actually hug that ledge. So now it's covered in rubber and it's not sharp anymore. So I figured putting this on the edge right here, directly underneath the pipe, it'll actually make the pipe last a lot longer because it's literally just being shoved up against the frame of the car. This is gonna be hard because I gotta figure out how to do this now. But I gotta pick up this pipe because I'm not about to cut all these zip ties. And then we're going to try and squeeze it underneath that pipe. I think I ended up getting the smallest size available. I regret that. Well, it's started. Nope, it's not started. Oh, wait, nope, nope. Nope, definitely nope. I definitely got too small of a size, but we can make it work. How's my butt crack look? Pretty good?
Pretty cute.
Cute. Everybody on the internet right now is probably like, oh my God, Daniel interacted with the girl. Because you're always sitting in the corner quietly. I feel like I'm gonna have to take this off to do this, which sucks. I was really wanting to avoid that. Let me see. Maybe I can finesse my way into this. So I really don't like to just do things the hard way. I'm definitely doing things the hard way. I don't like to do things the easy way is what I meant. Quit laughing. Fuck you laughing at.
Always doing things the hard way.
Always, every single time. It's the most entertaining way to do things, which is what we're here for, right? It's just a source of entertainment. It's why you guys watch YouTube. Holy shit, I did not get enough of that on there. This was a horrible idea. I don't know why I thought this would work. Goddamn.
Spending money at the club like Sam's.
Nope, this is definitely not working. In fact, it's actually working so poorly, I'm just tearing this up. I should have got a bigger size, but I'm not returning this because it was like $6 on Amazon. So I'm gonna try and make it work. All right. Oh, nope, I fucked it up. I'm gonna have to take this off. All right, fuck it. We'll take it off. God, these don't want to come off. I probably should have just done this to start with. Oh yeah, but as you can see, it's getting like torn up. All right, I got it on there enough, I think. So now we can just cut it. Oh wow, that was actually really easy to cut. Now, I can let it rest up against the frame all I want because it's not gonna hurt it. Holy shit. Can we just talk about the nightmare that was me trying to figure out how to fit this fucking pipe in here the first time ever? Now we're about to talk about the nightmare of me trying to fit it in again because it doesn't want to go in. Since we're in here, I might as well go ahead and put the freaking thing, the strut bar back in. I'm hot. Stop smiling like that. I know what you're thinking of. It's been a real long time since I ran a strut bar. Super long. Ever since I got the 4-inch intake from Lintmo Tuning, I haven't been able to run it because the intake was too big. But things change. Here we are, 2 engines later. Look at this beautiful thing. By the way, if you don't know already, there's actually a bunch of Soul Function parts on the car. Soul Function is a company that literally just specializes in chassis bracing. There's a Soul Function 4-point chassis brace that's underneath the car. You'll see that soon whenever we put the new transmission in the car. And then also, this is the other part that I have. Oh, actually, I also have their harness bar, and their harness bars are one of the best ones in the industry because they actually bolt down to the chassis rather than bolt behind the seats and stick up and whatever else. That's like definitely one of the best ones. These, because they're, I don't know if it's made of aluminum or steel. I know these are steel. I think this is aluminum, but it's actually hollow on the inside and has a bunch of like reinforcement on the inside. So that way it's super lightweight, but also super strong. It's pretty cool. Let's see if we can fit this on here. This does not seem like it's wanting to fit. Something is off. Why is that not fitting? Are my motor mounts taller? I am on different motor mounts since I last had this on there. Why is that not going on? Oh, shit. This makes me nervous. I don't like this. This doesn't fit like it used to. I'm just gonna put some bolts in. If it cracks the manifold, oh well, I do dumb things sometimes. Holy fuck, that hurt. I just walked into the side of a pallet. My ankle is on fire. I'm gonna act like that didn't happen. Ooh, see? I already forgot it happened. This shit don't even hurt anymore. Everybody watching this is about to cringe so hard. But, you know what? Fuck you guys. I do what I want to. It's kind of flexing. It's definitely bending. It's flexing somewhat. I mean, it's reinforcement for the manifold, right? We got boost. So the manifold is under some pressure. It'll keep it from expanding and cracking. I don't know if I should keep this on here or not. It looks cool. I mean, the worst thing that happens is that it either breaks, which is probably not gonna happen, or something goes wrong with the manifold right here because they're pushing on each other. But in reality, it could help with chassis bracing that it's touching the engine. I don't know. I might have just made that up, but I'll find out later. I'm gonna tighten these by hand so I can feel when they actually, that one bottomed out. So I mean, these all feel pretty good. I think it's already bottomed out. Fuck it. We're on solid motor mounts anyways. Nothing needs to move. Oh yeah, I still gotta zip tie this. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna film the zip ties. We're just gonna, I'll just put that back how it was and we'll go to the boost gauge. Oh, okay, so I'll update you on where I am. This is a very, very difficult thing to film. I will be 100% honest, just because I've done it before, I know what it takes. I'm trying something a little bit different this time. So what we're doing, pretty much, everybody knows I've already taken the dash out of this car. I've deleted the heater core. I literally just have my entire wiring harness right here in front of me, which is cool, but also bad because it looks like shit. But just for now, this is gonna be what I'm doing with it. So if you come through here, there's actually just a shit ton of wires, a bunch of connectors. Last time I went down by the fuse box, down by where your feet would be, and I ended up going into that for the oil pressure gauge. But for the boost gauge, since all we need is ignition, ground, and a constant 12 volt, I decided to just go through the harness and hopefully find something. And what I actually found was this connector right here. I don't remember what it goes to, but this green and red wire right here going into the connector, one of them is a constant 12 volt and the other is 12 volt for the ignition. All I have to do on top of this is just find a ground, which there conveniently is also a black wire here. So I'm about to test that one and see if it's a ground, but I'm really just gonna cut this connector off and then put some quick connects where these wires are, so that way right here underneath the boost gauge, I can literally just unplug it in the future if I ever need to, because I do plan on eventually removing the entire factory wiring harness and then just going all to custom wires and stuff like that, but I'm just not to that point yet. So for now, this is what I'm working with. This is like everything right now is for a budget. One day if I ever put the car on like AEM Infinity or something like that, then we'll go through and do a custom wiring harness. But really just for now, we're just cutting this off. So see, red is constant power and green does not light up, but turn the ignition on and it works. So now let's get our voltmeter right here and let's see. I should be able to touch the ground or touch this right here and a ground, and it should make a noise. Yep, that's a ground. So we got 3 wires right here. I don't know if you could hear that. That black wire, listen. That buzzing, that means that we have continuity from this wire all the way through the harness somewhere to the chassis of the car. So that means that that will be our ground. So we will go ahead and snip snip I'm just gonna cut this whole entire connector off. I don't need this red wire, so I'll just cut that off higher up. I don't even think the red wire had power, honestly. And then here, I'll cut these 3 down a bit lower. Whoops. I accidentally just turned ignition on. It's so weird how whenever you get to this point, you can literally, like, anything is a tool. Like random wires in the car, fucking go for it. Come on, get off of there. Why is there so much tape from factory, dude? Fuck that. Now my fingers are just getting covered in glue. It's gross. Could just cut that off. I don't even think this has power at all. But we'll just leave that for now. Oh, come on, cheap ass wire cutters. Cheap ass wire strippers. My bad, I'll fold it. Ow, son of a bitch, it poked me. And it's crimped. I really need some nicer tools. These have gotten me by up to this point, but now they're just being annoying. I'm going to fold that red wire and tuck it backwards up in there so that way it doesn't touch anything else, and crimp that. All right, so we got some wire loom. It's a little bit small, but it should fit just right. Yeah, there we go. And I can always cut the wire loom off in the future if I need to. So the red is constant, no, the yellow is constant, and red is to the 12 volt ignition. Red is to whatever ever. So which of these are going to be constant?
Let's find out.
So we'll do the constant last, since that's the one that's got power, just to be safe. That stays. Yep. And we can stick the wire loom over it, shrink it. There we go. So ground is hooked up. We're done with that. So now, ooh, that's still real hot. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Also, fun fact for you guys, I actually went around the garage and I counted and went through all the parts that I have to install on this car, and Payday, and then also the Eclipse, if you don't know about that one. We'll get to that eventually. I went through all the parts that I have to install, and I have at minimum 21 videos to upload just from all that stuff. So you guys, I promise, you're gonna have some good content coming. I don't know what it is, but working on this car and cars in general is just like therapy to me. It's stressful, but relaxing at the same time. Plus, I think it's a great way to like actually express yourself. I feel like cars are one of the many ways that people can actually express themselves, such as like dressing a certain way or talking a certain way or doing anything else, doing certain things. For me, my car is visually how I represent myself. So like what you see from this car is literally me just doing whatever the fuck I want. Just fun fact. It's kind of cool. And now we can go ahead and test it and make sure that it's actually working. So the boost gauge, if I turn the key on, it should light up. Oh yeah, that's clean as fuck, and we can go through the different colors. Hell yeah, that's sick. Oh god, the service engine light's flashing. I wonder what that means. What if the car still starts? I'll test that in a second. Oh, it's not flashing anymore. Anyways, we got the oil pressure gauge over in the corner, if you can see it. Now we got the boost gauge. It goes up to 30 PSI, so that's pretty sweet. So now we're pretty much done with this. I'm gonna get these wires wrapped up and out of the way, and we're done. Holy shit, look at that GoPro here. God damn, that shit's rough. Anyways, we finally got the boost gauge hooked up. Let me go ahead and give you a quick rundown, or at least show you what the final product looks like. We've got all the wires tied up and put away, so they run along the dashboard pretty well. It's not too bad. It's good to have gauges like right in front of the speedometer on the left and right side, especially the two most important ones. I'd really like to eventually get like a digital coolant temp gauge and then an oil temp gauge for sure. That'd be really good. But then again, that can come later on. Like I talked about earlier, I had mentioned doing like AM Infinity or something like that. I don't even know what's available for this car, but I am very interested in doing an aftermarket ECU, and especially like a heads-up display or something for the car. I mean, even if the car doesn't make any more power, it'd just be cool to do. But anyways, that's like way in the future. We're not doing that anytime soon. Something I did want to show you guys before we ended the video though, is actually this. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it yet. Can you see it yet? Anything new? Anything different? I know there's a headlight missing, but there's actually some new parts right here. So the new parts are actually these little metal tabs right here, right there, and right here that I have on the car. The first day that I started working on this Procharger kit, I realized that it did not fit like I was hoping it would. Hell no, it did not fit like I was hoping. It fits like shit, honestly. I don't know if it's because the kit's actually just that bad, or if it's because my car is just messed up, because it's on different motor mounts. The car was in a wreck at some point before I got it, and I didn't know about it, and I'm seeing now that it might be causing an issue. The frame could be bent. Who knows? I don't know. But regardless, I couldn't get the driver's side headlight back in. And actually, I found out recently, I still can't get the driver's side headlight back in because the fucking intake is in the way. I had actually put the headlight on sometime in the past, probably like a week ago, and it hits the intake right here. There's actually a little scratch from it. So that is the reason why the driver's side headlight has not been put back on the car. But anyways, the reason that I bring up these, the headlight brackets right here, because I never found them before. I know you guys could potentially find them useful. These brackets actually came from Silhouette Power. The reason that they even make them to start with is for things like an LS Swap 350Z, or in my case, where your Procharger intake just doesn't clear your headlight, or the Procharger itself doesn't clear the headlight. I don't know if you saw in the first video, but I tried putting the Procharger kit in with the headlight, and I literally had to take the headlight out. And I have not been able to put it back in because the Procharger is literally in the way. So the solution to that was getting these little headlight brackets. These are actually for 350Zs with like an LS swap, because usually whenever you have an LS in here, a lot of people will take the intake, dump it over this way, and have it go into the fender well below the headlight. So with these brackets right here, you can actually get rid of the factory headlight bracket or housing or whatever it is. You can run these instead, which frees up a lot of space for you to run an intake like that. And for me, in my case, there's just a whole bunch of Procharger shit right there. I guess that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. That's all I'm really doing. You got to see some driving. We got the boost gauge finally installed, and it's gonna be pretty sick. We should be getting another revision soon from Litmo Tuning, so that way we can actually start doing some real driving on the car. So coming up next is actually gonna be the new transmission install, which if you don't know already, the Procharger kit actually came from Avalon King. They don't make Procharger kits or anything of the sort. They actually do ceramic coating. They actually make DIY ceramic coating kits. I think they're about $75, but if you actually use the code Zorby25, and that's only Zorby with one I, you can actually get $25 off your order. They actually bought that Procharger kit to help the car get moving into a direction that basically people would actually enjoy it. I don't know why, but like it was pretty lame before, apparently, to the internet. But now that we got a Procharger kit on here, this shit's pretty wicked. Everybody's liking it a whole lot more. On top of that, because the car was already down, it didn't have a third gear. It actually had two neutrals. It was like 1, 2, skip third, go to fourth. It was like, it's real whack driving that car. But now we got a new transmission that we're gonna be putting in the car next video. So after that, we should be ripping pretty good. It'll be fun. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up on here and subscribe to the channel, so that way you know you can see all the awesome cool content. Like I said, I got like 20 something videos planned that I'm gonna be doing. It should be fun. My arm's getting tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Also, one more thing before we end this video, use code Zorby20 to get 20% off Dr. Squatch. All right, that's it. See you guys later.